What's going on, everyone? It's Adam and Craig with Grandstand Golf. This is our tournament preview for the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We just finished the WGC Atkins session, and we are staying in Florida, heading to Bay Hill for the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Yeah, if you are watching us for the first time or not, click like, click subscribe. We'll have more videos coming out as the week goes on with our picks, our sleepers, breaking down the full field. This is just a quick hit preview of some things to watch out for.
Yeah, for sure. So quick hitters for the API. It's been under the Arnold Palmer name since 2007. It actually seems like full circle with the whole COVID-19 break or COVID-19 pandemic for golf. This is the last full event that we had prior to 2020 with Tyrrell Hatton finishing or winning at 4 under. It is a smaller field. It's an invitational, so we have a little bit fewer guys than our typical PGA event. So 123 guys will tee it up here. That could change with people coming in and out and possibly alternatives, possibly not. But the other thing is it is an elevated status PGA Tour event, so the winner gets a 3-year PGA exemption. Looking at the previous winners here, Craig, it is an international flavor. We got Tyrrell Hatton, as we mentioned. 2019 was Molinari. 2018, Rory McIlroy. Mark Leishman, and another Aussie, Jason Day, in 2016.
Yeah, it's almost like ever since Tiger gave up his iron grip over this tournament, it's been the internationals doing well here.
Yeah. So as mentioned, we're at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Bay Hill, Florida. Opened in 1961. It is owned by the Arnold Palmer family. It's been the host course for 1979, so one of the mainstays on the PGA Tour. Par 72, 7,400 yards plus. Most golf fans know it pretty well, but Craig, I think there's an interesting hole that a golfer might look at differently this year that you want to talk about.
Yeah, just real quick, one thing I want to touch on, because it will be a story you'll hear about this week. Number 6 at Bay Hill. This has been attempted before. So it's par 5. It goes all the way around this lake.
Right.
Essentially, you could drive it. You could carry it. It has been talked about a lot before. John Daly tried to do so famously. I want to say it was maybe 98. It was late 90s. And he ended up making an 18 on the hole. He went full tin cup. He hit it in there. He took his drop, and then I think he tried to go over about 3 or 4 times from a drop area. But yeah, so Bryson has said that he's going to try to take it on. I think it's doable. So it's definitely, if he does it, it's going to blow up, the conversation around distance and everything and equipment and whatnot's going to blow up. So just a little thing to keep an eye on as the story develops.
He has said that for sure he is going to try it. So let's see if he does do that. But he has slimmed up a little bit in this 2021 version of Bryson. So
yeah, it'll depend on wind and likely where the tee blocks are. But yeah, I would not be surprised. I mean, for sure in the practice rounds it's going to happen. So we'll hear about it before the tournament even starts. But it'd be fun to see whether that's something he tries during the tournament.
For sure. So we talked about the last 5 winners, Craig. Who are the horses for courses?
Okay, so this week we got Rory. Rory, like I've mentioned with Dustin, he could have a whole lot of courses where he's the horse for the course. Yeah. Rory won it in 2018. He's got 4 straight top 6 finishes here. So he's just, like Rory over the last 4 years, a lot of places he's dominated. Francesco Molinari, our 2019 winner here. He's been top 10 4 times in the last 6. And he's never finished worse than 34th here.
Wow.
Mark Leishman, 2017 winner. He was 2nd place last year, and he's got 4 top 10s in the last 10 years. Not quite, the concentration of high finishes as Rory and Francesco. So bumps him down the list a bit. Yeah. And then Hatton's played here 4 times. He won it last year, as you had mentioned. Yep. And he was 4th in 2017. So, he's a couple top 5s in 4 starts here. Yeah. Sung J M, he's got the shortest history here, and he's the only one on this list who is not a winner. But he's started here twice, and he's been 3rd both times. So pretty good. We'll see whether maybe this is the year he locks it down and takes down the win.
And has won in Florida before, so that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so who's coming in hot? Who is good form right now? So we just finished the WGC. This is the top 5 golfers. I think this is my list. You guys might have a different list. This is my list. Number 1 coming in with the best form is Viktor Hovland. I don't think many can argue this. He has 6 top 6s in his last 8 tournaments, including a win at Mayakoba, and then he just finished T2 at the WGC. Someone we didn't see this week, Jordan Spieth.
Now, just to be clear, this is people who are confirmed at this point for the tournament next week. So, yes, there might be other people in golf who are hotter, but they're not planning to play next week.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Jordan Spieth comes in second. This is actually his first time at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. 3 top 15s, including T3 at Pebble, T4 at Waste Management. So he's talked a lot about in the recent month of golf, but he's coming in hot in good form. Mm-hmm. Number 3 is Patrick Reed. I thought he's going to do more of a run on Sunday at the WGC, but he does have that win at Torrey Pines. He was in contention close on Sunday at the WGC, so he's in at 3. Will Zalatoris has been playing great the past 6 months. He moved around 119th in the world up into the top 50, one of your favorite guys at top.
Finally, someone you're willing to accept that they're playing good golf.
Yeah. He has 7 top 20s in his last 10 PGA starts, so 7 of 10. He just fell back at the WGC to finish 22nd. So he didn't get that top 20, but still 22nd at I think it was his first WGC.
Yeah.
And then something that played really well, Billy Horschel. He had a T2 at the WGC. He has 4 top 25s in his past 6 tournaments. So a Florida guy, we know he likes to play in Florida, might be interesting with his current form.
Yeah, Florida man comes home to Florida where he was, junior golfer, college golfer, still a golfer. There's a lot of things going on with Billy Horschel this week. Keep an eye on that. First look at the projections, Grandstand Golf Model. As we mentioned last week, this does not account for the stats from this week. So, the guy in third here, we may not see him in the top 5 after this week's results are in. But Patrick Reed is at the top of it. It looks like short game is a big deal at this course, both short game putting and around the green play. So Patrick Reed is at the top. Bryson DeChambeau, he's essentially coming in, I think the stats he has that I'm using right now, he is in second place behind only Xander in terms of strokes gained total on the 2021 season. Wow. So he still is up there. That might fall a bit too because some other guys did better than him this week. And then Harris English, as mentioned, he had a very ugly Sunday, so I would not be surprised to see him fall out of the top 5. Will Zalatoris and Tyrrell Hatton round it out. The model does not like Rory that much, unfortunately. But
interesting.
But I think I will likely like him more than the model does.
A few of those names we've seen a couple times on a few of those lists, so interesting guys to watch.
Yeah.
Every week I talk about the most interesting man in the field. This week I went with Jordan Spieth, and I feel like Jordan Spieth right now could be the most interesting man in most fields. It's kind of the low-hanging fruit, but I'm going Jordan Spieth.
Who's this guy? He doesn't get much publicity, does he?
I know, he doesn't get much talk at all. He doesn't blow up golf Twitter at all. But he's coming in the best string of golf since 2019. Like I said, T15 Genesis, T3 AT&T Pebble Beach, T4 Waste Management Phoenix Open. As mentioned, it's his first time playing the Arnold Palmer Invitational. So what does this course do for him? If it's a short game, we know Jordan Spieth has magic around the greens, or has recently. I think he's arguably the most captivating golfer in golf right now. And I think we need to see, is he back? Has he turned that corner? I think this is a really good test to see if he has indeed turned that corner.
Yeah, I think it is arguable because I think Viktor Hovland this week might have stolen my heart as the most captivating player in golf. But,
I think that's true.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't mind seeing Spieth, with this comeback happening. I wouldn't mind to see him get all the way back into the winner's circle here pretty soon. So definitely, I think it'll be interesting to watch him this week.
And as always, we talk about the way too early weather forecast. This week for Thursday to Sunday at Bay Hill, we're looking at, now I'm realizing this is in Celsius, so that's us showing our Canadian right away, but 22 to 19. I think that's somewhere in the 70s, Craig. You might do the math quicker than I am.
I don't know how to convert that into Fahrenheit. That is it's room temperature, so we're probably looking at high 60s, low 70s. I think it's a nice, where we live, that's a nice spring, late spring, early summer day. In Florida, it's probably a little bit muggier. It might feel a little bit more sticky at that temperature. But the thing I think to take note of there is the wind. It looks like there might be winds. So that is something as we get closer to the start, definitely keep an eye on that, because we need to see if one half of the field or the other is going to be favored, because that could have, if you are into DFS or betting, that could have huge implications.
And that's the last 2 rows there with the gusts, looking at over 15.
And again, unfortunately for our American audience, those will be in kilometers an hour. So we'll translate that for you, and we'll get that to you in our other shows.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you everybody for watching. As Craig mentioned, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. We drop videos all throughout the week, DFS and otherwise. So if you want to see our content, please subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, take care, guys. See you next time.